Today's video, we're going to talk about what I'm optimistic about in Battlefield 5, what I'm concerned about, and what I'm excited about. And with that all being said, my first point is, what am I concerned about in this game? Honestly, oh, I died right there. But honestly, what I'm concerned about is stuff that happened in the trailer. What is the deal with the robotic arms and stuff? And that, well, not the robotic arm, it looked like a metal arm. And here's my main concern. Are they gonna be some stuff that happened in the trailer? What is the deal with the robotic arms and stuff? And that, well, not the robotic arm, it looked like a metal arm. And here's my main concern. Are they gonna be just, like, cosmetic? Is it gonna be historically accurate? Because I do want a realistic World War II shooter, just like Battlefield 1 was a realistic World War 1 shooter. Because I'm not a big fan of the whole like steampunk stuff. I hate that stuff. I think it's extremely lame. And I'm excited. I was very excited for Battlefield to do World War 2 because they did World War 1 so well and the game was so extremely fun to play. You know, that's why I was so excited for this. You know? Oh shit. I'm not excited for a game that's gonna be steampunk, a bunch of like robots in World War II, like it's fucking, you know, some fan fiction Nazi zombie shit. Because in my opinion, that, well, not the robotic arm, it looked like a metal arm. And here's my main concern. Are they gonna be just, like, cosmetic? I'm not excited for a game that's gonna be steampunk, a bunch of like robots in World War II, like it's fucking, you know, some fan fiction Nazi zombie shit. Because in my opinion, that's gonna isolate the whole fan base of Battlefield. Everybody in Battlefield plays Battlefield because they did World War 1 so well and the game was so extremely fun to play. You know, that's why I was so excited for this. You know? Oh shit. I'm not excited for a game that's gonna be steampunk, a bunch of like robots in World War II, like it's fucking, you know, some fan fiction Nazi zombie shit. Because in my opinion, that's gonna isolate the whole fan base of Battlefield. Everybody in Battlefield plays Battlefield because it's realistic. So if the game just makes like the robotic stuff like a prosthetic arm, like that would be deployed into battle. But I mean, if they like just make it like a cosmetic, I'm honestly 100% fine with that. There's no big deal with it just being a cosmetic. But if they go completely overboard and make it a huge part of the gameplay, that it's like robots and stuff, I'm really not going to be a fan of it at all. You know, that's just not what I'm excited for. I'm excited for a World War II shooter that's realistic, just like Battlefield 1 was for World War 1. You know, they can add some fictional stuff in here, like, hey, you can add wacky costumes. Like, you can wear a fucking smiley face mask or something. That's 100% fine. But hey, saying, look, you can't, you can, be a fucking cyborg and have a plasma cannon. I'm not excited for that at all. That honestly sounds super lame to me, and that's a big concern of mine. That it's gonna be a steampunk game, because I play Battlefield for realistic, and I'm a big World War II fan. I loved COD World War II for the sole reason that it was in World War II. You know, like I'm a huge World War II shooter fan, and if Battlefield, since they did World War 1 so great, I'm so excited for what they could do with World War II, because World War II is such a bigger and grander war, and you can incorporate a bunch of stuff in there. So really, only my main concern is, what are they going to do with the robotic arm? Like I said, it's fine if it's just like cosmetic only. You can only have robotic limbs, no robotic face, no robotic anything like that. You know, it's fine if it's just a, hey, it's a cosmetic thing. It's supposed to be a prosthetic arm. It's supposed to be a prosthetic arm. That's it. I'm 100% fine with that. You know, because I want it to be historically accurate. I want the historical accurate battles. I want the historical accurate, you know, yeah, just the historical accurate battles, and the weaponry that they had in that time, and for it to actually feel like it takes place in the 40s. That's what I wanted to do. But I'm also not too concerned because in the beta we didn't see any of that. We didn't see any robots or anything like that. It just seemed like Battlefield 1 in a way like better, a way better era, and a way better like execution, better graphics, stuff like that. It seemed like an upgraded version of Battlefield 1, and that's awesome because I'm a huge World War II fan. I always wished Battlefield 1 was in World War II because I love World War II games, so I'm so excited for this game. And then now we're gonna get into what I'm honestly excited about. Like I said before, what Battlefield 1 did with what Battlefield 1 did with the game, did with World War 1, they made it seem so grand, so amazing. Like they put in a bunch of historical stuff in there, like the Russian Revolution, stuff like that, that didn't need to be added. But they added it just to say, hey, this has happened at the time, and they made it feel like I was a soldier in World War 1. Because Battlefield is a battle simulator. So it made me seem like, hey, I'm in World War 1. I'm a World War 1 soldier. I need to defend this objective. I need to take this objective. So it made it seem so grand and so great, and Battlefield executed that perfectly. So what I'm optimistic about is that, hey, they're going to do that with World War 2. They're going to have all the factions that were in World War 2, all the battles that were in World War 2. Because imagine your Battlefield storming the beach of the Normandy, defending Stalingrad, or putting the flag on Iwo Jima, some amazing, or like fighting in North Africa, some amazing stuff like that. Because, like I said, I loved COD World War II, but honestly, what I didn't like of it was how like small they made the war seem. They just made the war focus on the German part. Like, you need to focus on the Japanese part, all the parts that were in World War II. And that's amazing, and that's what you need to do. And I feel like Battlefield is a perfect game for that, because they can easily do that. Battlefield being such a big game, and having put so much content in there, they can easily make it, you know, like, this is going to be the World War II game of the century. They can easily make it like that, and I'm very optimistic and excited that they will execute it perfectly, unless they add some stupid steampunk elements that are in it, because I'm still very concerned about that. I'm really concerned about that, and I can't deal with that. But if, you know, they make it an accurate World War II shooter, all of the battles that happened during that era, and all the, like, weaponry, and all that stuff, I'm going to be extremely excited for this game. I really will be, because this game is going to be probably the best game I've ever played if they make it there. Because, like I said, I'm a huge World War II fan. So, if they incorporate all the amazing parts of World War II into the game, man, this game is going to be something special. I'm telling you. I'm very optimistic because Battlefield did it with World War I. I guarantee if they stay true to the World War II theme, I guarantee they're gonna make this game amazing. They're gonna incorporate all the fronts of the war, all the, you know, the armies that were in the war, and not be like COD World War II where it was just a couple armies. This is gonna be, to be honest, COD World War II was only one army. Oh, did he get wrecked? Oh, he did not. Yeah, y'all can handle that. You can handle that dude in there. But yeah, I'm just extremely excited for what they can do here in this, because the beta it looks like it's true to World War I. I mean World War II. The beta looks extremely true to it, and I'm very excited. I really am. What are you doing, pal? But yeah, I'm extremely excited for that. So, like I said, man, bro, I really want them to be true to the World War II, and if they are, I'm extremely optimistic. But if they add all this steampunk elements into the game, I'm just going to be so let down. Because I want it to be, I mean, you could take an alternate take on history. Because obviously, you know, if you're on the German side and you win the Battle of Stalingrad, that's not real. But, you know, you can obviously do that, like what they did with operations what you did with operations in Battlefield 1. You can do that, yeah. But don't add robots and stuff. Just keep it true to World War II. And honestly, this is going to be the best game ever. Honestly, I'm so excited for what this game has to offer if it stays true to World War II. I really am. And there's hella people up there. But if this game stays true to World War II, man, this, like I said before, this is going to be the best game. And if it just stays the robotic prosthetic arms, if it just stays to, hey, that's a cosmetic, it's just for an arm and a leg, I'm on board with that. That's cool. I'm all game for that. They had prosthetic arms in fucking the Civil War. I'm fine with that. That's all fun and games. But saying, hey, and there's a bunch of people complaining about historical accuracy in this game, honestly. They ever say, hey, why are there girls in the game? Girls didn't fight. I'm 100% fine with that too. That's nothing. That doesn't affect gameplay. That's just a skin. It's just a cosmetic item in the game. That's 100% fine. But if you're saying, hey, this fucking plasma arm can shoot has a fucking Star Wars cannon on it, then I'm gonna have a problem with that. But if you're like, hey, that's not gonna happen, that's not the case, it's just purely cosmetic and it's just for arm and a leg, it's not a cyborg, nothing like that, I'm fine with that. I'm very optimistic for what they could do for this game. Honestly, I really am. I'm loving the beta. The beta is sick. It seems like a straight up World War II shooter. It's gonna be very accurate, very historically accurate, and honestly, I'm excited and optimistic about this game. I hope they don't mess